as we take a look at our keys to the contest, brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. When you're traveling, you need to stop at a place that has everything, whether it's snacks, gas, bathrooms, travel accessories. Maybe you forgot your car charger at home. Well, then stop by Stubbs Gas and Oil in Wiggins. Take exit 66A on I-76. We talk about the depth of this team and needing guys to contribute. As we mentioned, coming into Saturday's game against Yuma, Colin Lynn was averaging 16.3 points a game, averaging almost 3 rebounds a contest. You're going to need a Dayton DiOrio to help fill that gap. Wesley Knipple, as we mentioned, Ethan Tyne, Logan Zwern, all of those guys. Obviously, Jacob Slade is the primary player that's going to be taking Colin's spot, and I'd like to see Jacob get an opportunity to put some points up for this team in some extended playing time. Jacob on the season prior to the loss to Yuma came into that game with just 13 points on the year, was 3 of 8 from beyond the arc, just 2 of 4 from inside the perimeter. So a guy that can hit the outside shot, and I think given the opportunity to see more chances offensively can improve upon what's already a decent 38% three-point shot. But if you can get up into that 42% range, even better, as the Tigers are set to take the floor here, and we will take a break as Sterling and Brush square off once again. These two teams have seen each other a lot over the years. This will be the 18th matchup between Sterling and Brush when we return to Wally Post Gymnasium on 105.7 KPMX, KPMX.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Welcome back inside Wally Post Gymnasium. Let's meet the starting lineups for today's contest, and they are brought to you by LEAP, the Low-Income Energy Assistance Program, helping you make ends meet by helping to pay for your heat this winter. Call 1-866-HEAT-HELP or get an application in the mail today. For the visiting Brush Beat Diggers in their maroon tops, maroon shorts trimmed in gold and white numbers outlined in gold. They will start a 5'9" sophomore, number 2, Eric Rico. Sophomore, number 15, Payson Poland. At 5'11", a sophomore, number 21, Edgar Ortiz. 6'7" senior, number 30, Sawyer Albert, and a 5'9" senior, number 32, Grant Becker. For the Sterling Tigers, it'll be the 6'3" sophomore, Dayton DiOrio, wearing number 3. A 5'10" senior wearing number 4, Wesley Knuppel. Wearing number 5 tonight instead of number 12 will be 6'1" junior Jacob Slade. Wearing number 11 is 6'2" junior Ethan Tyne, and Logan Zwern, the 6'4" senior, wearing number 13. Tigers in their home whites. White jerseys, white shorts trimmed in black and orange. Orange numbers outlined in black. Both teams are in the circle, and the opening tip is won and controlled by the Tigers. As Wesley Knuppel brings it up the floor, Ethan Tyne quickly in the near corner. 3 is off to the left. Rebound corralled by Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz working it around the perimeter on the far wing. Left side, Knuppel closely guarding Grant Becker. Becker from the low post goes up off the glass and in, and it looks like he may have caught Knuppel in the eye with an elbow on that shot. Knuppel up the floor, slings it right into the waiting arms of Sawyer Albert. As Albert will get credit for the steal. Quick turnaround on the near wing. 3 ball from Becker is off the mark. And whistle's going to blow as they're going to bring Knuppel off the floor to have his eye checked out. Nope. Wesley, oh, he lost his contact.
And we've got a foul contact.
So they're going to go get that taken care of. Carter Dillon will be into the ball game for Sterling. It's 2-0 Brush early. Our opening tip was brought to you by Ice Lanes. Have fun without breaking the bank at Ice Lanes. You can walk in and bowl, or you can call ahead 970-522-3331. Skip pass to Dillon across half court. Dillon back in the corner near side. Jacob Slade for 3. It's off to the right. Ball loose on the floor, and the rebound scooped up by Sawyer Albert. Albert with the give to Becker. Becker on the wing far side now for Rico. Rico back up top for Sawyer. Albert with the give to Ortiz. Ortiz trying to work right side of the paint. Nothing there. Lobs it up top. Right wing now for Albert. Albert. Front court for Rico. Rico hands it off outside the arc to Ortiz. Ortiz with the give to Poland. Poland now back on the wing for Albert. Albert guarded by Zwern. Slings it across far side. Rico. Head fake Rico driving into the paint. Jump stop inside the lane. He'll find Ortiz. Ortiz's shot is blocked by Dayton DiOrio. And DiOrio will bring it up the floor. Skip pass Tyne. Down low. Dillon lays it up and lays it in. Nice work there for Carter Dillon off the assist from Ethan Tyne. And the Tigers have tied it up at 2 each with 6:08 to go. Grant Becker on the near wing. Now hands it off to Ortiz. Ortiz the jab step, now moving left. Guarded closely by Tyne. Pass into the lane on a cutter for Rico. Nowhere to go with it, so he'll sling it far side. Short jumper off the low post for Payson Poland. He'll knock it down. And it is 4-2 Brush. Lob pass stolen away. Albert gets his second steal. Slings it near corner for Becker. He puts up the 3. Grant Becker knocks down the 3, and the Tigers find themselves down early, 7-2 after some sloppy basketball. Tyne going coast to coast, gets behind the defense, lays it up and in for 2. And the Tigers are back even. Or excuse me, down 3, down 7-4. Ortiz, bounce pass, Albert, trying to get around Zwern, loses the basketball, and it's picked up by Ethan Tyne. Tyne with the give to Slade. Slade to Dillon. Dillon down low for DiOrio, and DiOrio has his shot blocked by Sawyer Albert. Albert gets credit for the block to make it 7-4. Ball stays with Sterling. Logan Zwern will inbound. Zwern trying to find Slade. It goes off his hand. Ball loose on the floor. Fight for the basketball, and it's finally picked up by Edgar Ortiz. Tigers commit another turnover. They've already got 4 of those in this opening quarter. 4:45 to go. Far side on the wing is Poland. Poland, skip pass up top for Ortiz. Back in the corner, far side for Grant Becker. And a jump ball called as Becker and Dillon got tied up on the floor. Possession arrow stays with Brush. 7-4 Beat Diggers. 4:34 to go in the first quarter. Becker directing traffic left side of the top of the key. Guarded closely by Carter Dillon. Dillon again in the ball game because Wesley Knippel took an elbow to the eye and lost a contact. Far side give is to Ortiz. Ortiz in the corner. Becker tries the 3. It's off the heel of the rim. Fight for the rebound, and going down to get it on a knee is Poland. But because he slid his knee across the floor, it'll be a travel violation and a turnover. And the Tigers will take possession. Wesley Knippel back into the ball game now. Slade grabs the seats on the bench. Carter Jaeger in there for Sterling. Juan Sanchez Calvillo is in the ball game for Brush. Tying on the near wing for 3. It's short. Rebound Diorio. He's got the putback. And the Tigers are within 1. It's 7-6. Thatcher Queen also in the game for Brush on the wing, working against Jaeger. Drives baseline. Skip pass far corner for Ortiz. Ortiz from the left corner along the baseline, guarded closely by Tyne. Back to Queen in the near corner. He tries to drive elbow, working against Jaeger. Now double teamed in the corner. He'll get it back to Poland. Poland back to Queen. Quick turn to Ortiz. Back in the corner now for Calvillo. Calvillo back to Ortiz as Brush plays catch around the perimeter. Tigers in close defensively. Knippel tries to jump the pass to Calvillo. Can't get there. Calvillo taking it to the hoop. And the scoop from Juan Sanchez Calvillo is in there to make it 9-6. Diorio into the paint. 1-on-3. Misses to the left. Ball loose on the floor. It's picked up by Poland. His second rebound. 3 minutes to play in the first. 3-point game. Up 9-6 is Brush. Knippel nearly gets a steal against Calvillo, but it bounces off of Wesley out of bounds, and Brush maintains possession. Rico will trigger it in baseline. In the corner for Queen. Queen against Tyne. Tries to save it on the baseline as he got caught on that baseline and bounced it right to Carter Jaeger. And then Jaeger with the feed to Dayton Diorio. Diorio looking for Knippel along the baseline, tosses it out of bounds. So a turnover by Sterling. Back Brush's way, Rico to Calvillo, and Calvillo will bring it up the floor. 9-6 Beat Diggers here in the opening quarter. Pass near wing for Poland. Poland to Rico. Rico to Calvillo. Calvillo to Queen. Queen has his pocket picked. It's scooped up by Jaeger. Jaeger lob pass across half court. And it goes off of Rico out of bounds. A near turnover for the Tigers there. Brendan Welsh in for Dayton Diorio. 2:25 to play in a low-scoring first quarter. Brought to you by Rudy's Tires. 8 locations across Northeast Colorado and Nebraska. They can come to you wherever you need them. Go to rudystires.com for more information. Knippel far wing for Jaeger. Jaeger up top, Welsh. Welsh on the wing near side, Slade. Fakes the 3, drives, kicks back near corner. Knippel for 3. That one's high off the rim. Fight for the rebound, but the 6'7" forward Albert goes up to get it, then has his pocket picked by Welsh. Welsh trapped in the double team, and he's going to get called for a 3-second violation in the key. The Tigers just cannot buy a bucket right now as another costly turnover. Hands the ball back over to Brush. Calvillo circling underneath the basket, has a shot blocked by Jacob Slade. 9-6 Brush, under 2 to play now. Calvillo on the far wing, in the corner Albert. Jaeger in his hip pocket, feeds it into the lane for Queen. Queen loses the basketball again, and it's saved on the baseline by Welsh. Welsh gets credit for his second steal. Quickly up the floor, Jaeger by himself underneath the basket. Off the assist, lays it up and in for a pair, and it's a 9-8 Brush lead with 1.5 to go in the first quarter. Thatcher Queen off the bench has committed 3 turnovers in this first quarter. Becker, nice spin move to get away from double coverage. Can't make the shot, though. Knipple with the rebound. He's on the fast break. Bangs off of Rico. Short jumper swirls the bowl and won't go. And Ethan Tyne threw a little shove into Eric Rico in pursuit of that loose basketball. And the Tigers are back defensively with 65 seconds on the clock, trailing by 1. Calvillo in the front court. Slade defensively. On the wing, the give is to Becker. Becker against Knipple. Crosses over, then goes back to Rico. Rico to Calvillo to Ortiz on the wing. Now into the left corner for Albert. Albert driving baseline, backpedals, now kicks it back out to Calvillo. He'll try to drive, nothing there. The give back to Albert. He has his pocket picked. It's Wesley Knipple that slides in there and gets the steal. Finds Diorio. Diorio to the hoop. Ball sits but won't go. Rebound corralled by Carter Jaeger. Welsh on the wing, back into the front court for Slade. Slade to Jaeger, back to Diorio. On the right wing now is Welsh. He'll sling it across the keyhole to Slade. Jaeger, far wing, up top. Jacob, deep for 3. It's off the heel of the rim, and Eric Rico's got the rebound. Rico with the give to Becker. 5 seconds on the clock. Becker driving into the paint, loses the basketball. Knipple's going to pick it up, and that's how the quarter will end. Sterling trailing by 1 after 1. 9-8 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Start of the second quarter, it's brought to you by First National Bank in Fleming. Be certain in your financial institution and be certain in the management team at First National Bank in Fleming, member FDIC. It'll be Tiger basketball to start the second quarter, trailing by 1, 9-8. Girls were on top 28-15 at halftime. At about 6:30 or so. I've not gotten an updated score since then. Tigers working right to left on your radio dial. Knipple steps inside the arc, puts down the jumper. First bucket of the night for Wesley Knipple. He's got 2. And the Tigers are in front 10-9. On the near wing, intended for Rico. It's stolen away. Slade, one-on-one, works to the hoop, and it's off the mark. He was bodied up by the defender, Payson Poland. Jacob Slade gets the steal. Payson Poland picks up his first foul. 2 shots coming for Jacob Slade as he was able to jump in and get the takeaway. First shot from Slade, nothing but net. First bucket of the night for Slade makes it 11-9 Sterling. Van Wyck Insurance has insurance from over 60 lines. They'll find the right one to fit your budget for whatever you need. Stop by. See Van Wyck Insurance today at 508 West Main Street in Sterling. Free throw shooting has to be a point of emphasis for this team for the remainder of this season. Tigers, after 3, were up 40-28 on the girls' side as the feed goes inside Albert, and Sawyer Albert fouled on the easy bucket home. Foul is on number 13. That's Logan Zwern, his first. Sawyer Albert gets the bucket and a chance for a three-point play. 43-30 in the fourth. As of 3 quarters of play, Tatum Dempsey led the way with 16 points. Ellie Soper had 10 for the Sterling girls. Sawyer Albert knocks down the and one. And it's a 12-12 ball game with 7:20 and counting here in quarter number 2. Knipple to the lane, to the hoop, shot blocked. Second of the game for Sawyer Albert. At 6'7", he certainly has the height advantage over everybody else on the floor. Paul lobbed into the front court. Nobody was there to take it. Diorio will chase it down. Tigers nearly commit the turnover. Knipple from inside the keyhole, hops and drops, and the Tigers are back in front. It is a 14-12 Sterling advantage here in quarter number 2. Up the floor comes Grant Becker, the senior for Brush. Dribbles to his left, picks it up and finds Albert. Albert in the corner now with the give to Poland. Poland bounce pass, low post for Albert into the keyhole. Ortiz now on the wing to Becker. Becker jab step back to Ortiz to the left. Ortiz driving, kicks back in near corner for Becker. Puts up the contested 3. It's high off the rim. Rebound by Becker. Plants that pivot foot, tries to clear it out, and the outlet pass stolen away by Knipple. He'll find Tyne all by his lonesome. Ethan Tyne takes it home, and the Tigers are in front 16-12. Another steal for Wesley Knipple. Far sideline is Becker, guarded closely by Wesley. Top of the key, Albert. That one's stolen away. It's Dayton Diorio who's got the steal this time. Diorio to the hoop. He'll lay it home. Dayton Diorio gives Sterling their largest lead of the contest at 18-12. And Sawyer Albert, who's already wearing a hefty knee brace on that right knee, comes limping off the floor, and a timeout taken by the Brush Beat Diggers with 6:03 on the clock here in the second quarter. Timeout brought to you by Kuski's Fuel Service. Get ready for those colder days that are coming soon. Get your propane delivery taken care of at Kuski's. Stop in on Main Street in Crook or call 970-886-2121. Well, after a tightly contested first quarter in which the Sterling Tigers could not buy a bucket, they have rattled off an 8-3 run here in the second quarter. Up, check that, a 10-3 run, up 18-12, a 6-point lead. Out of the 60-second timeout, Sawyer Albert remains on the bench with the injury, and Thatcher Queen, the 6'0" sophomore, back in to replace him. So the only size advantage that Brush had is sitting on the bench, and the Sterling Tigers have a brief stoppage as Jacob Slade has to tuck his jersey back in. They don't make it in a kid's size, apparently. 6 minutes to play. Bounce pass for Ortiz, nearly stolen away. Queen, who's already turned the ball over 3 times, hands it back to Ortiz. Quick feed to Becker in the corner, up top Queen. Queen pump fake on the pass left, tries to dribble right. Bounce pass Becker, corner right side. Sharp misses wide left. Rebound by Poland. Or Rico for 3. That one won't go. Becker gets the offensive rebound and the putback. And a timeout taken by Sterling. They'll burn a 30-second timeout. With 5:36 to go in the first half, and Sterling in front 18-14. It was a sloppy C-team game. It was a sloppy JV game, and not exactly the cleanest of starts to the varsity contest. Timeout brought to you by Bailey Mechanical. Before you know it, that heater is going to be running all the time, so make sure that it works when it needs to. Call your local Lennox dealer, Bailey Mechanical, at 970-522-0471. Out of the Sterling timeout, it'll be Jacob Slade who will trigger it into Wesley Knipple. Up the floor comes Knipple across half court. Dribbles left, then right again, and finds Slade. Bounce pass up top now for Zwern. Zwern on the wing, Knipple. Knipple back into the front court for Diorio, who sets up between the circles. Cradles the basketball like a basket. Now back over to Slade. Slade to Diorio. He'll find Slade back in the corner, who tries to drive and pull up from 8.
Logan Zwern getting the foul.
Foul on Logan Zwern. It'll be on Grant Becker, his first. So Zwern will get credit for the offensive rebound off another missed Sterling shot. Jacob Slade missing the 10-foot jumper. Zwern lobs it into Tyne. Tyne into the corner for Slade. Head fake for Slade. Back to Diorio on the wing, Knipple. Knipple, corner for Tyne. Tyne moves to his left. Gets it back to Jacob Slade. Over on the wing, Knipple. Fakes the three, drives elbow. Pass up top for Diorio. He'll cut into the lane. Diorio clears it back out to Tyne. He's got a wide open look straight away. Misses right. Zwern will scoop it back up off the window. Quick pass to Diorio. He'll take it to the hoop. Ball in and out, and a blocking foul on Dayton Diorio. Foul is on Edgar Ortiz, his first. Another offensive rebound in that possession for Logan Zwern off another missed Tiger shot. That one was an attempted three by Ethan Tyne, who's normally very efficient from three-point range, but is 0 for 3 so far in this one. Diorio misses the first of 2 free throws. Score remains 18-14. Dayton rattles in the second, and it's 19-14. Poland into Rico. Rico will run point as he brings it across the timeline. Far wing, Queen for 3. Off the heel of the rim, gets his own rebound. The give to Ortiz. Ortiz has his shot blocked. Ethan Tyne goes up, gets the block and the rebound, and then nearly has it taken away. Ball is loose on the floor. Tyne fighting with Becker, and a jump ball. Possession arrow goes the way of Brush, so it will be an Ethan Tyne turnover. Tigers in front by 5 as the ball is brought in to the newly entered Juan Sanchez Calvillo III. Pass near side, taken away by Dayton Diorio, and as Diorio and Ortiz chase it down. Check that, Eric Rico, not Ortiz. It was Rico who reached in and collected his first fouls. Team's 4th of this quarter, which means next foul is going to put Sterling in the bonus. Slade and Zwern to the bench. Jager and Dillon back to the floor. Diorio into the backcourt for Wesley Knipple. 4:07 and counting. Dillon, far side, off the perimeter, up top now the give to Diorio. On the wing, Knipple left side. Underneath the basket for Jager. Double teamed is Jager. Back to Knipple. He's got a shot for 3. Overshoots it, and right into the waiting arms of the newly entered Dre Bauer. Swat by Carter Jager. His first. Tigers again struggling with their shots. Under 4 to play in the first half in a 5-point ball game, a game that I think most of us expected to be far wider gap at this point. Bauer for Rico. Rico pass stolen away as Knipple jumps in front of Calvillo, takes it to the hoop, and a foul on the layup of Knipple. Eric Rico with his second foul. Be 2 shots as Wesley Knipple gets his 3rd steal of the contest. Wesley, 4 points in the contest. Now 5 as he hits the first of 2 free throws. Get your immune system ready to go for cold and flu season with natural and effective supplements at Sterling Health Foods, just south of Sterling on Highway 6. Second shot up and there from Knipple as well. He's got 6. And the Tigers' lead is at 7, 21-14, 3.5 to play in the second. Queen jab step, left wing, corner now for Becker. Becker guarded by Knipple. Knipple with 3 steals in the opening half. Bauer, pump fake. Ortiz nearly has it stolen away by Tyne, but Tyne jumping the pass route gave an open look to Ortiz. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound Dillon finds Tyne. Tyne collides with Calvillo, and Ethan Tyne is going to get the bucket. The Tigers are in front 23-14. Loose basketball and a sea of bodies on the floor, and coming away with it is Wesley Knipple with his 4th steal, and Knipple trying to find Ethan Tyne underneath the basket. Gets fouled by Dre Bauer, his first. Means 2 shots for Ethan Tyne on another Tiger steal. Another costly turnover by the Brush Beat Diggers as Brennan Welsh comes in for Wesley Knipple, who has 4 steals and 6 points in the contest. Shot is up and there from Ethan Tyne as he hits both. And the Tigers lead it 25-14, 2.5 to play in the first half. Calvillo lost the basketball and then bounced it out of bounds. Looks on in disbelief at the official. Couple of costly turnovers on back-to-back possessions, and the Brush Beat Diggers are going to utilize a timeout. They will use a 60-second timeout here to talk things over. That's their second timeout of this quarter. 6 fouls in this second quarter for Brush. 2 for Eric Rico, 1 for Dre Bauer, Payson Poland with 1, Edgar Ortiz with 1, and Grant Becker with a foul as well. Again, all of those coming in this second quarter. Tigers have not shot well from the floor tonight, but they have been helped by a bevy of Brush turnovers. They had 8 in the first quarter. They've added 4 more in the second quarter, so 12 overall. Sterling, after committing 5 turnovers in the first quarter, has committed just 1 thus far. An ill-advised Ethan Tyne pass that was stolen away. Exactly 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock here in the second quarter. It'll be Sterling basketball. Out of the Brush timeout, Dayton DiOrio will inbound in front of his own bench here on the near sideline. Into Carter Dillon. Dillon will walk it up the floor. On the far wing, DiOrio. DiOrio with the give to Tyne. Tyne can't get the layup to go. Chased down by Ortiz. Ortiz finds Bauer. Bauer to the hoop. He is fouled on the layup attempt, and he's headed to the line to shoot a pair. The question is, who do they credit the foul to? And they're going to give it on Dayton DiOrio, his first. Edgar Ortiz with his 3rd rebound off another missed Tiger shot. Final score from the girls' game. Sterling with a 10-point victory, making it 44-34. The final score. Dre Bauer missed the first, got the second to make it 25-15. It's a 10-point ball game here in Sterling. Skip pass down low, baseline for Welsh, and Welsh fouled on his shot attempt. That one belonging to Edgar Ortiz. Ortiz committing his second infraction of the night. And it's Brennan Welsh's chance to shoot a pair. 2:02 to play in the second. And the first from Welsh clangs off the back iron. Tatum Dempsey, 17 points in the victory for Sterling. The Sterling girls move to what now? 3-3 on the season. 500 heading into Christmas break as Welsh can't get the second free throw to go down. Calvillo will chase it down in front of his own bench. Juan Sanchez Calvillo with his first rebound of the night. As Welsh goes 0 for 2 on free throw attempts, and a hand check foul on Wesley Knippel, his first. That'll be the team's fifth, I believe. Nope, that's their fourth. So they're one away from putting Brush in the bonus, and we'll play free throws the rest of the second quarter. Calvillo in the corner, Ortiz. Back to Calvillo on the right wing. Into the keyhole now for Poland. Bounce past Queen, far sideline. Back over to Poland in between the circles for Calvillo. Fakes right, then goes right to Bauer. Bauer down low feed to Ortiz. Baseline for Queen. Back to Bauer on the wing. Fight for the rebound off the missed shot. It's Ethan Tyne who comes away with it. His second rebound. Tyne to Knippel, who tries to drive elbow right side. Nowhere to go with it, so we'll circle back around. Bounce pass to Welsh. Short jumper. Welsh off the mark. Right into the arms of Carter Jaeger. And Carter Jaeger able to lay it back up and in for 2. One minute to go in the second. Tigers lead it by a dozen. That matches their largest lead of the contest at 12. Ortiz triple teamed in the keyhole, gets it away to Poland, bangs off of Brennan Welsh, and Welsh goes down, holding his forehead. I think he may have banged heads with Ortiz. And Welsh is going to come to the bench. Jacob Slade back in there. 2 shots for Payson Poland. And the first one is too strong off the heel of the rim. Score remains 27-15. Poland misses the second time there for the rebound. That's his third. Tyne quickly up the floor, across half court. Tyne. Far side to Slade. He'll quickly turn it over to Knippel. Bounce pass for Zwirn in the high post. Back to Knippel in the paint. Off to the left is the layup. Ball loose on the floor. Jaeger's got it. Jaeger into the lane. Kicks it to Knippel near wing for 3. Wesley off again. Ball knocked around. Chased down by Jaeger a second time. And in the front court, he'll hand it off to Slade. 4 rebounds for Carter Jaeger off the bench. 3 of those offensive rebounds. 13 seconds on the clock. Tyne in the near corner. Slade fakes the 3, now drives. He puts it up from 5 off the front iron. Jaeger with the putback. As the buzzer sounds, Sterling builds their lead to 14. It's 29-15 after 2, thanks to the good work on the boards by Carter Jaeger, cleaning up the trash in this opening half. Sterling by 2 touchdowns, 29-15, as we head to the locker room at halftime on 105.7 KPMX and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back here at Wally Post Gymnasium at the half, the Sterling Tigers with a 29-15 lead over the Brush Beat Diggers. Our halftime show brought to you by Northeastern. They've got a paramedic program that starts in January. If you're interested in becoming a first responder, you can find out more by going to njc.edu. So we take a look at some of our first half stats, our unofficial first half stats, with Sterling in front by 14. The Brush Beat Diggers got 7 points out of Grant Becker. That led the way. 3 points apiece from Payson Poland and Sawyer Albert. 2 points for Juan Sanchez Calvillo. And that was it offensively for Brush. Sawyer Albert, a couple of blocks, a couple of rebounds in the 3 points. Unfortunately, he appeared to injure what was already an injured right knee, already wearing a hefty knee brace on that right leg. Came down awkwardly and limped to the bench and did not see the floor the rest of the way in the second quarter. Meanwhile, for Sterling, they got 8 points from Ethan Tyne. That leads all scorers in the contest. 6 each from Carter Jager and Wesley Knibble. 5 points from Dayton DiOrio. And 2 points apiece from Carter Dillon and Jacob Slade. Tigers with 12 team rebounds. 13 rebounds as a team for Brush. 5 boards for Carter Jager led the way. 4 of those offensive rebounds, those 4 offensive boards. Check that, all 5 rebounds have been offensive rebounds, and 4 of them came in the second quarter. Meanwhile, the leading rebounder, a tie for Payson Poland and Edgar Ortiz with 3 apiece. Sterling committed 6 turnovers in the first half to Brush's 12. 8 in the first quarter for Brush, 4 in the second quarter, so an improvement there. Sterling 5 turnovers in a sloppy first quarter. They had 1 turnover in the second quarter. It was a 9-8 Brush lead after 1. Again, 5 Sterling turnovers. They just did not play well on either side of the ball. Forced a lot of mistakes from Brush, but committed a number of mistakes on their own and have not shot well tonight. Sterling is 0 for 6 from three-point range. They're 11 of 21 from inside the arc. The only place they've been fairly competent has been 7 for 10 at the free throw line, which is something they've sorely needed to improve upon this year. Meanwhile, Brush just 1 of 5 from three-point range, so not a whole lot better there. 5 of 14 inside the perimeter, so again, they're struggling to put the ball in the hoop. And 2 of 5 from the free throw line are the Brush Beat Diggers. Sterling's certainly going to have to clean things up if they want to continue to build on this 14-point advantage, up 29-15 right now. And if you missed it earlier, the Sterling girls with a 10-point win on the road, a 44-34 win over the Brush Lady Beat Diggers at Brush High School. Tatum Dempsey leading the way with 17 points in the victory for the Sterling Lady Tigers, who head to the holiday break at 3-3 on the young season. Tigers trying to make it a 4-2 record heading into the holiday break. Currently 3-2 after their loss to Yuma on Saturday. They're well on their way, but they've got work to do in quarter number 3, and we'll be back with the start of that third quarter next on 105.7 KPMX and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back here at Wally Post Gymnasium as we get set for the start of quarter number 3, and it is brought to you by Premier Farm Credit for over 100 years, providing affordable, reliable, and consistent credit to the agriculture community. For more information, go to premieraca.com. For the Sterling Tigers, they will start the third quarter up 29-15, led by junior Ethan Tynes, 8 points. But Sterling, again, if you just are joining us, did not shoot well in the first half. 0 of 6 from three-point range, 11 of 21 inside the arc, and 7 of 10 from the free throw line. That's been about the best bright spot thus far, is that Sterling's been fairly consistent from the charity stripe early on in this one. Sterling basketball to start the second half, as they will move left to right on your radio dial here in the third quarter. Knipple with the handoff to Diorio. Diorio with the feed to Knipple, and Wesley Knipple ends the dry spell for the Tigers from downtown as he deposits at the bank to make it 32-15 to open play, 15 seconds into the start of the second half. 32-15 our score. Queen jab step once, twice with the right foot. Now back to the right side. Becker misses short on the three. Rebound is controlled by the Tigers and Jacob Slade. Slade will fling it to Tyne. Tyne drives, kicks to Knipple. Knipple pulling up from 12. It's off the heel of the rim. Rebound belongs to Grant Becker, his second. And then a travel violation on Edgar Ortiz as he took the pass from Grant Becker and kept the feet moving before putting the ball on the floor. Another brush turnover, their 13th of the contest. Sterling then hands it right back as the pass to Zwern goes right through his hands and into the waiting arms of Becker. Up the floor, near wing, Payson Poland hops and drops the three. 32-18. Slade to Diorio. Diorio back between the circles for Knipple. Knipple near corner for Slade. Back over to Diorio now. Diorio back to Slade. Back to Diorio. Playing catch outside the perimeter in this near corner. Knipple from the far corner clears it back up top to Slade. Knipple from the left elbow. Back up top for Ethan Tyne, and a 3-second violation on Sterling will result in another Tiger turnover. Second of the quarter, 8th of the ball game. 32-18 our score. Sterling in front. Another screen and three, and another bucket for Payson Poland. Twice he's gotten a screen from Edgar Ortiz and a wide open look from the near wing. It's an 11-point ball game at 32-21. Knipple, far corner Tyne, bounce past Diorio, skips it back to Tyne in the corner, back to Dayton, far wing three, off the heel, rebound is pulled down by Wesley Knipple. Back to Dayton, who finds Wesley at the top of the key. Tyne on the near wing, skip past corner for Zwern. Zwern back over to Knipple, who'll drive, pull up, right side, low post, shot off the mark. Tyne the rebound, back to Diorio, quick feed underneath for Knipple, and Wesley Knipple gets the bucket. And the Tigers will burn a timeout after the offensive rebound from Ethan Tyne is turned into points for the Tigers. They make it 34-21. Lead back to 13 with 5:32 to go in the third quarter. Timeout is brought to you by Kuntz Pump and Well Supply. Don't wait until the last minute to solve all your irrigation, well, and watering problems. Call Kuntz Pump and Well Supply in Atwood at 970-522-2035. Tigers out of the huddle. 32nd timeout utilized by Coach Brad Hessler, second-year coach. 20-9 the record for Coach Hessler since taking over the program last year. Becker will inbound baseline to Eric Rico. Rico will bounce it back to Becker, who will bring it across half court. Becker, near wing, pass tipped away by Tyne, saves it on the near sideline. Tyne one-on-one to the hoop, strong to the bucket. Ethan Tyne, the steal and the bucket. And the Tigers are back in front by 15. It's 36-21. Rico, 5:09 and counting. On the far side. Give to Queen. Bounce pass in the corner for Becker. Back to Rico in the front court. Rico underneath looking for Queen. Back over to Becker. Shot is short. Rebound by Poland. Poland clearing it back out on the near side for Rico. Rico to Poland. Skips it down low for Ortiz. Back over to Queen. Left side of the paint. Finds Ortiz under the basket. And Ortiz is fouled on the shot attempt. Fouls on Logan Zwern, his second.
His second, 2 shots for Ortiz.
Edgar Ortiz, 0 for the night from the floor, ends that as he connects on his first free throw. Ortiz was 0 for 4 shooting the basketball to start the night. 36-22. The lead for Sterling. Ortiz's second is short off the front iron. Up to get it is Ethan Tyne with his 5th rebound. Rick quickly up the floor comes Tyne. He's got it to Diorio. Diorio cuts inside of the lane, pulls up, and the teardrop from Dayton Diorio makes it 38-22. Near wing again intended for Queen. Ethan Tyne gets the steal. Ball knocked out of his hands by Rico, but it's another Ethan Tyne steal, his second of this quarter, second of the ball game. And another takeaway by the Tigers. Far wing Knuppel 3 off the mark. Zwern gets the rebound, boxes out, tries to get the bucket, and cannot. Knuppel goes up over the top to get the rebound, and it's going to be a foul on Wesley Knuppel. Again, struggling to find the bucket at times. This Sterling offense could be up by 20, 25. Instead, they're up 38-22. Now 38-24 as Edgar Ortiz hits his first jumper of the night. Slade puts on the brakes, jump stop, right wing. Diorio top of the key, back to Slade. Slade against Rico, skip past Tyne. Tyne baseline, bounces it down low for Zwern, and Zwern mugged in the paint as he got absolutely smacked by Edgar Ortiz. That'll be his third. Zwern's going to grab a seat on the bench. Carter Jager will come out. Ortiz will be sent to the bench with 3 fouls, and Keaton Gillick will take over on the floor. Bank of Colorado believes in keeping things simple. Apply for the loan you need online today at bankofcolorado.com. Diorio in the far corner, working away from traffic. Bounce pass between the circles for Slade. Slade, right-handed pass to Tyne. Tyne into the lane for Diorio. Diorio has it swatted away from behind, and he's tied up on the floor by Calvillo. Jump ball. Gives it to Brush. A steal for the Beat Diggers. Tyne commits his second turnover. 38-24. Calvillo finds Rico across half court. Rico back to Calvillo as they continue to just play catch back and forth in the front court. 4 steps off the perimeter, trying to lull Sterling away from elsewhere defensively. Queen trying to kick it out under the basket as it's swatted away. It's picked up by Calvillo, literally rattled in and out, and Dayton Diorio goes up and gets the rebound. Tyne on the near wing, back to Diorio. Inside for Jager, back out Diorio for 3, off the front iron, and ooh, going high to get the rebound was Payson Poland, and he came down hard on his back. I'm going to credit Poland with the rebound, but then when he landed on his back, committed the travel violation, and it'll be Sterling's basketball. Inbound nearly stolen away. Knipple bounces it to Jaeger, right side of the lane. Nowhere to go with it. He is double covered, and a travel violation on Carter Jaeger, trying to get away from pressure. Calvillo up the floor, near wing for Bauer, and Dre Bauer, knocks it down to make it 38-27, an 11-point game. Knipple to Diorio, Diorio to Slade. Slade up top now for Wesley, finds Diorio. Diorio pressured in the lane, able to back it out. Back over to Tyne. Tyne for Slade in the corner, and Jacob Slade finds the bucket from downtown to make it 41-27. 2:08 on the clock here in the third. Calvillo gets hip checked by Knipple. Ball goes off Knipple, out of bounds. Wesley to the bench. On comes Carter Dillon. Tigers in front by 14. Skip pass far side. Back to Bauer. Bauer looking for Calvillo, and he missed Calvillo by a mile. And Ray Bauer with the turnover. Back to Sterling. Under 2 to go in the third. Tigers maintain their 14-point lead they had at halftime. It's 41-27 right now. Slade. Skip past Tyne. Near wing 3. Ethan Tyne just off the front iron. Ball is loose on the floor, and Carter Dillon had possession of it and slid onto the baseline, and it'll be a turnover by the Tigers. Carter pleading his case, but not going to win that conversation. Ball near side for Bauer. Bauer driving elbow, spins into the paint, lost his footing, was able to scoop it underhand, but right to the Tigers as Jaeger brings it up the floor. He loses the basketball. It's picked up by Gillick. Gillick with the give to Bauer. Bauer along the far sideline. He'll gallop into the low post right side. Double covered by Tyne and Slade. Lobs it back up top for Queen. Queen on the wing for Rico. Back to Queen at the top of the key. Queen for Rico, who's trying to direct traffic underneath the basket. He'll drive elbow. Nowhere to go with it. Back over to Calvillo. Calvillo from the baseline. His pass stolen away by Ethan Tyne. And Tyne with his third steal. And a foul. Dre Bauer tried to reach in from behind to get that steal. Tigers and Beat Diggers swapping turnovers. Tyne with the handoff to Slade. Slade near wing for Brennan Welsh now is into the ball game. Welsh to Tyne. Tyne sidesteps, cuts inside, back to Slade in the far corner for 3. Swirls it home. Pair of threes in this quarter for Jacob Slade. It's 44-27 now. Under 30 seconds to play. Becker guarded closely by Welsh. Into the lane now for Gillick. Gillick finds Bauer. Bauer to the hoop. Collides with Welsh. Welsh goes up to get the missed shot. Hands it off to Carter Dillon. 9 seconds on the clock. Dillon across half court. Slings it near side. Slade. He's got plenty of time for 3, and he's got it. Jacob Slade, as time expires, it's his third 3 of the quarter. 47-27. Tigers with a 20-point advantage after 3 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Tiger basketball to start the fourth quarter as they lead at 47-27. Our fourth quarter is brought to you by Gordon Insurance. Be prepared for everything life throws your way. From car insurance to life insurance, farm and crop, and everything in between. Call Gordon today at 970-526-6139. Wesley Knipple with the give to Welsh. Welsh driving baseline, and Brennan is fouled underneath the basket. He's going to shoot a pair after taking the contact from Payson Poland, his second foul. Welsh 0 for 2 from the free throw line so far in this one, trying to get on the board. As he rattles in the first, the 6'1 senior knocks down his first bucket of the night to make it 48-27. Easily the largest lead for Sterling in this contest. Second shot is up and good as well. And Welsh makes it a 22-point ball game. 49-27 is the Sterling lead. Becker from the 10-foot line of the volleyball court. Now to Ortiz. Skip pass inside Becker, and he is fouled by Wesley Knipple. Knipple went up for the block. No, they're going to say it was Carter Jager on the foul. Knipple went up for the block and took a big swing, but apparently it was Jager who got the hand on Becker. 2 shots for Grant Becker, who had 7 points in the first half and has been held to none in the second, and it will remain that way as he misses the first of 2 free throws. Pete's Farmers Co-op's been owned in Pete's, farmer-owned in Pete's since 1915. Your one-stop shop for all your ag services, 970-334-2204. Second shot misses as well. Tyne goes up, gets the board, his 6th rebound. Jager across half court. Lob pass for Dillon. Dillon near side Welsh. Welsh driving right side into the lane. Ball loose on the floor. Tie up between Tyne Welsh and Rico. And the jump ball goes to Brush. Sterling commits the turnover. Brennan Welsh with his second giveaway of the night. Brush back the other way, down by 22. Queen lobs it far corner for Becker. Becker gets it to Ortiz in the paint. Back on the wing now for Poland. Near side Rico. Rico in the corner to Queen. Queen driving baseline, bounce pass. 5-footer from Poland is off the mark, and it's Poland and Dillon tied up on the rebound. Jump ball goes the way of Carter Dillon and the Tigers. Dayton DiOrio in for Carter Jager now with 7:02 to go in the ball game. 49-27, Sterling leads. Knipple in to DiOrio. DiOrio finds Dillon. Dillon across half court, finding Tyne in the corner. Strong drive to Ethan Tyne from the baseline left side. He puts it home. Ethan Tyne puts 2 more on the board. It's 51-27. Queen near wing against Welsh. Drives low post. Left side, nothing going. Welsh in his head as he swats at the ball. Finally able to skip it to Becker. Becker directing Ortiz. Now the bounce pass intended for Poland is stolen away by Dillon. Dillon with the give to DiOrio. DiOrio pulls up, pops, and drops from a couple of feet away. Knocks down the short jumper. And Dayton DiOrio off the turnover makes it 53-27. Nice work by Sterling as Carter Dillon gets another steal. And now DiOrio with another takeaway for Sterling as he goes coast to coast and lays that one up and in. Sterling starting to run away now at 55-27. Trying to push this to a running clock situation. Poland, pass tipped up in the air. Becker will pick it up. Ortiz will try to drive into the paint. Shot is blocked. Tyne chasing it down, tips it to Knipple, bounce past Tyne, one-on-one to the hoop, finger roll from Ethan Tyne. Credit him with the rebound off the block, and the Tigers are in front by 30 now at 57-27, 5:25 and counting. Becker near wing. Hands overhead, now puts the ball on the floor, into the paint he goes with the right-handed dribble. He's able to pull away from pressure. Shot misses, though, and then rattles off of Thatcher Queen and out of bounds. Gavin Rusk and Jacob Slade in there for Sterling. We're going to see Conrad Kastrup into the ball game now for Brush. Trey Bauer in as well. 5:11 to go in a 30-point affair. Slade has it stolen away by Bauer as he jumps in there, pulls it out of the hand, puts on the brakes, misses the layup short, gets his own rebound. Putback won't go. Ortiz with the rebound, and he's fouled on the putback.
Foul is called in the scrum underneath.
Carter Dillon will collect his first foul.
2 shots for
If you have questions about welding, Buckeye Welding Supply has answers and supplies. See for yourself, 330 South 11th Avenue in Sterling. As Ortiz rolls the first shot over and in to make it 57-28. With under 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Ortiz, a couple of hard dribbles, and the second one up and in as well. 57-29. As Slade makes a nice move across half court, but lost the basketball. Picked up by Welsh on the far wing. Hand off to Knipple. Knipple with the give to Slade. Slade looking for a screen. Nothing there, so we'll dump it off to Carter Dillon. Dillon near wing for Welsh. Welsh on the cutter to Rusk. Rusk back to Slade near wing for 3. It's just a bit short, but the rebound by Wesley Knipple. And he puts it back in for 2 more. And the Tiger lead is back to 30 at 59-29. Kastrup to Rico. Rico to Ortiz. Ortiz, top of the key, 3 steps off the perimeter. On the wing now, Bauer. Bauer in the corner to Poland. Poland moving right, bounces it right. Knipple jumps the pass route. He's got the steal. He finds Dillon. Dillon looking for Rusk on the breakaway, and it bounces off of Gavin Rusk's foot and out of bounds. Back to Brush on the turnover after a nice steal by Wesley Knipple, his 5th of the ball game. Logan Scavarda, Cooper Burton, and Caden Easton into the ball game now. Shot near wing from Bauer is short. Rebound, Kastrup give him the hoop and the harm as the sophomore gets the offensive rebound, the scoop, and draws the foul from Brennan Welsh, his 2nd. And one opportunity coming for Kastrup. He misses that and one, and in pursuit of the basketball, Caden Easton commits a foul, shoving Dre Bauer out of bounds. Rico, inbound pass to Bauer. Bauer driving into the paint. Up top, Kastrup. 3 from Kastrup. Rattles around. Brennan Welsh goes up and gets the rebound. Tigers galloping up the floor. Pass from Scavarda to Welsh. Welsh zigged when he should have zagged, and Logan Scavarda's errant pass turns it back to Brush at 59-31. Under 3.5 to go, and then Bauer can't handle a hot potato, and it's picked up by Brennan Welsh. Welsh still trapped in the backcourt as he tries to get it across half court, and does. Rusk on the near wing. Rusk finds Scavarda in the paint, gets behind Kastrup, and Logan Scavarda with the bucket. 61-31. Rusk with the assist. 3 minutes to go. Burton working against Calvillo. Tees back to Calvillo. Rico with the give to Bauer. Bauer back to Rico on the wing now. Kastrup. Kastrup. Skip pass back over to Bauer. Bauer trying to drive once again off the elbow. Rico on the near wing is going to try to clear it out. It's intended for Kastrup and rattled out of bounds by Gavin Rusk. Keaton Gillick will come in and replace Eric Rico. The 5'9 sophomore is primarily a ball handler. He has attempted 1 shot tonight. He's 0 for 1 from 3-point range. He's had a couple of open looks, but would much rather pass the basketball. Shot from Gillick misses. Boxing out and getting the rebound is Kastrup. Back around the perimeter goes Brush. Skip pass inside for Ortiz. Ball knocked away. Ortiz gets it back. Misses the layup again. Rebound by Bauer. Kastrup to Calvillo. Calvillo back over far wing for Gillick. Gillick's three is off the mark. And a tie-up between Ortiz and Easton. And Easton stepped out of bounds with his hands on the basketball, so it'll stay with Brush. So a couple of missed opportunities for the Beat Diggers as they had some chances. Shot misses. Ortiz the rebound and the putback. So Edgar Ortiz, a busy boy, but he's able to get the bucket there. Tigers have it stolen away. Missed shot by Calvillo, pulled down by Scavarda. Burton trying to go coast to coast is fouled on the layup. Foul's going to be on Kastrup, his first. Sterling's going to burn a timeout, though, as they are playing a bit sloppy here in these final couple of minutes. Up by 30. It's 61-31. The only reason it's still a 30-point ball game is Brush can't buy a bucket right now either. Minute 48 on the clock. Timeout brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Contact Melinda Hutt for all your life, home, auto, farm, and ranch insurance needs. Stop by 431 West Main in Sterling or call 970-526-0202. One 48 to play in the fourth quarter. Tigers well on their way to their fourth victory of the young season. Heading into break, 2 games over 500 before getting into the meat and potatoes of the schedule. Out of the break, Sterling will have Liberty Common, Highland, Valley, and Eaton the first couple weeks of January. After the timeout, Cooper Burton to attempt a couple of free throws. Drawing the first foul of the night from Conrad Kastrup. Burton hits the first of 2. Making it 62-33. Second shot is up and off the heel of the rim. Fight for the rebound. Ortiz is going to come away with it as it was loose on the floor. So it remains a 62-33 score with a minute 38 to go. Calvillo flings a prayer up off the glass. Burton's got the rebound. Cooper up the floor. Crossed half court. Ball swatted out of his hands. Gets swatted out again as he picks it back up. Wrestling match for the basketball. It's finally picked up by Keaton Gillick, and Gillick is going to bring it up the floor. Ray Bauer commits a foul on the ensuing inbound attempt. Into the ball game is Dylan Watson for Brush. Ortiz to the bench. 62-35. Scavarda near wing Burton. Burton to Welsh. Welsh far corner Rusk. Rusk for 3. He's got it. Gavin Rusk from downtown. Makes it 65-35 with under a minute to go. Bauer. Gillick. Gillick for Watson. Watson a short jumper. Dylan Watson knocks it down. And it's 65-37. Welsh to Easton. Easton to the hoop. He's got another. Caden Easton knocks it down on the runner to the home spot. 67-37 with 34 seconds to go. Tigers playing tight defensively. Bauer on the baseline, tries to clear it back out, and he tosses it right to Cooper Burton. Nice work by Burton as he jukes Bauer Pass over the head of Welsh, but it's picked up by Rusk. Rusk can't get the layup to go down as he was sandwiched between a pair of defenders. Kastrup gets the rebound. 5 seconds on the clock. Calvillo for three. And Juan Sanchez Calvillo knocks down the three to bring this one to a close. 67-40, our final, as the Tigers pick up their 4th win of the season. A big one here at home.